We'll get a surprise. Can't is not in the vocabulary. Come on, babes, you can figure it out. I think she's getting it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm almost done.
Use two or three chairs as the pedestal to put the laptop on, and then
Yes,
the third or
boo.
fourth chair to sit on.
I'll show you, boo.
There you go. That's looking good. That's looking good, babe.
Uh-huh.
You're getting it.
Look at this. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's looking good. There you go. Exactly what I was talking about.
I have my table right here,
Now, see?
and then
You
I'm
can do
sitting
it.
here. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm
Just like
done.
that. The guy in the crane is beeping at you. Look, wave at the guy in the crane behind you.
Ah, no.
He's wave at him.
No. Where are we now? Dane. Hey, what's up, Dane? I am late, but not that late. Oh, you're late. Better late than never.
There you
Jam.
go.
Yeah. I learned from Dot too. My big boss, Bobby T.
Hey,
Feel like a
wave at that guy. Wave at the guy in the crane up there. He's beeping at you.
oh, Jam Richard Dane, you're 5 minutes early. So Dane is late, and then we're early today. Dane, love my ass of Jam. They need a tripod for the cell phone low. I am not using cell phone, Dane, because we don't have StreamYard in the cell phone. So, Jam Richard, Bobby's gonna surf in the pool for us. Whoa, did you hear that?
Yes. All I need is a tow line. They could hook a line to that tower crane and swing the jib around and drag me across the pool right into the building.
Yeah. Lots of construction going on in Newtown. Yes.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. Like in front of, uh, like in our balcony, the view there, they're still working. They're working also. They have construction also on that, and then right here also.
And then there's that one project that it looks like they started it and it ran out of money and it's there's weeds and everything and it's overgrown. I don't know if the company went bankrupt or they ran out of money or what happened. It was right
Oh,
around the time the pandemic happened.
Dane, oh, she is using laptop. Well, she need a 4 footstep ladder. Send that to me, Dane, the ladder. Domain
Amazon.
to watch Marilyn Monroe to learn the wind blowing stuff. What? Who is that, boo? Marilyn Monroe.
What the DA wants is your skirt to blow up in the air. It's got to hit
Oh,
it just at the right angle.
okay.
That's what we were hoping for.
Okay.
Come on.
Domain. She needs to watch out. That's it.
Babe, the picture is nice and clear.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
not.
little bit of there's a little bit of a delay, so I have to watch when you're talking. I gotta be quiet.
Okay. What is this? Like, your idea is pretty good. I have a table right here. Like, I am so comfortable here. But it's so hot. Bon.
Yes.
Itakbo.
When nobody's asking questions.
Yeah, just tell what
That's
is
it.
your story. What is your story for today? Yeah, because we're not live like how many weeks? How many Sundays? So
Um, 2 Sundays, I think we've been absent.
we're
We've
out.
been MIA.
Huh? We who is we?
Who's
What is
we?
that? Is there a
There's
turd in your
something.
pocket?
Who's we? Search result. That's what's that movie where they found Baby Ruth bar floating in the pool?
I forgot.
Dane knows who I'm talking about.
You answered that, Dane. Tom Johnston. Is the temperature starting to get hotter yet? Yeah. Yes, it is. And then like it's super good. You're going to the beach or like in a pool.
It's only good if you're around water. Is that the kids in the background in that pool?
Yeah, they're swimming.
My goodness. Can't get mad at them. Kids gotta have fun.
Yeah.
How many
Day
people are in the chat, babe?
7.
Okay. Thank you for the 7 people that are here today.
Yeah, Tom, it is always hot in the Philippines. Yes, it is. Hot, super hot in the Philippines. Dane was in the 90s here in Florida. My poor AC has been working hard.
The 90s. That's hot.
Bo,
Yes.
maybe later I will. Yeah, because it's super hot here. And then how about the macro? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be all right.
Okay. Animal House. Animal House or Caddy Shack? Katie Shack.
I think it was Caddyshack. Caddyshack.
Okay.
That's the one.
Domain admin. Are you getting better now, Bobby?
Yeah, I would say it's about a quarter of the way healed. I got about another 3/4 of the way to go. So I'm thinking about 4 more months. It's a slow process.
My
If I
sister
don't lose,
not
if I don't lose my mind by then.
I'm going to check right now if top.
Babe, is the phone in that bag? Because when you moved the bag, the picture quality got messed up.
Oh,
Hey, you can't move the phone around. Come on, babe. Stop moving the phone around.
yeah. Jem, you're upstairs looking down. What kind of malala is that? Malala. Jem, how you gonna surf upstairs, Bobby? You answer that, boo. How you gonna?
I'm gonna. Yeah, he's got a point there. I need to be downstairs at that pool.
You're using parakeet. Frank Cherelli. Bobby, what show is this line from? Hey, Bobby, you failed English, but you speak English.
Oh, Bobby shows us song. Hey, Bobby, you failed English, but you speak English. Franco, I got no idea. You got to refresh my memory. Bobby, you failed English. Could you speak English?
Dane, Bobby's going to do a swan dive from his room. Swan dive, bro.
Yeah. I used to do stuff like that. We used to get a room on the seventh or eighth floor. And then if the pool was 15 or 20 feet deep, we would jump from the balcony into the pool and hope to God we didn't hit the sidewalk or the concrete edge of the pool.
Okay,
Yeah, this pool is only about, I think, 4.5 feet.
I think
It's not
so.
that deep.
Yeah,
Super shallow.
yeah, you can surf. Tom finally returning in 2 weeks after 4 years with the COVID stuff.
Thank God they're finally lightening up on this COVID bullshit. Tom, did you get that vaccination or did you wait? Now that I look back at it, I wish I would have just waited because the mayor of Cebu was letting people in that didn't have the vaccination. What's the lady's name, babe? Her name is Gwen.
One,
The mayor. Yeah, what's her name?
I can't remember the surname.
Hmm.
When Garcia, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Jam, Bobby, you ain't ever gonna get this YouTube shit right.
Yeah, you got that right.
Dane, babe, stop playing with the phone. I'm not playing, Dane. I am just checking Rai Rai's message because supposed to be. I sent her a link so that she can join this live stream, but I don't know what's going on.
One time. Well, you didn't say that. Explains him upstairs. Read the comment, babe.
James one dive. Well, he did not say that. Explain him upstairs must be a window exit. What do you mean by that? I can't get. Dive. Well, he didn't say that. Explain him upstairs must be a window exit.
Everybody's wondering why I'm upstairs and you're downstairs.
Yeah, so that I can show you downstairs the view here in the pool because it's
Hmm.
so nice today. It's sunny day. It's good for the view. Jam
Exactly.
rates 8 years and with 16 subscribers.
Jim's busting my balls hard today.
Yeah.
We'll get there one of these days.
Yes.
Slowly but
Magic
slowly but surely. There he is.
Yeah, hi Alan, Bobby. What's up, Melvin?
What's up, Melvin? How's it going?
Frank. It was an episode from King of the Hill. The son name was Bobby. That's it, boo?
It was an episode from King of the Hill. The son's name was Bobby. Yeah, I don't watch that TV show King of the Hill. That's why I didn't know what line that was from.
Okay. Took the full aid but still got COVID twice.
Wow. Yeah, I had COVID twice. I had the first one and then like a year later had the Omicron. It was just a sore throat and a headache. And then I got vaccinated. When I got vaccinated, the vaccine made me real sick. I got the Pfizer vaccination and I got deathly ill from the vaccination. and I'm against vaccinations because why would you take a vaccination if you had both strains of COVID? It doesn't make any sense. So my immune system was already prepared to battle COVID had I caught it in the future. And then when they gave me that second dose of the vaccination, I got super sick. All right, babe.
Then I used to do this one dive of a 70-footer we called R. Smith. Domain, I had 5 shots with no side effects. Gambling, girls, booze, etc. might pose a larger threat than the shots.
Gambling, girls, booze, etc. Exactly. That's the only kind of shots I want to do is a shot of Jack Daniels, a shot and a beer.
Then Jem Bobby was a boo boo and he is a big baby and is not in bed till the boo boo is better.
Exactly.
Frank, pool looks good. Perhaps you should go swimming. Maybe
Yeah.
next time.
Remember, I was telling you, babe, you got to go in the pool with your dress on.
Oh my god. I am wearing dress and it's not allowed. This like outfit for the pool.
Just tell them you fell in.
Oh my god. See? See? Magic like okay, Bobby. They instead of not taking the vaccine and no COVID.
Exactly. See,
Domain. Go ahead,
a
go.
lot of a lot of people had COVID and were asymptomatic. So that's what it is because it's been around. COVID's been around for what, like 3 years now? You probably had COVID and just didn't realize you had it because you didn't have a fever or any symptoms. You were asymptomatic, meaning you weren't showing any symptoms.
5 shots, 2 vodkas, 2 gins, and 1 whiskey.
There
That
you go.
is domain shots.
Domain admin, where are you located at again? I forget. Is it California or New Jersey?
What do you call that liquor that you don't a wine that is that wine go or a liquor that you don't
Um, Vodka's hard liquor, gin is hard liquor, and whiskey is hard liquor. That's all hard liquor.
is that Walker? What is that? Johnny? Oh, no, I don't know what is the name on that.
J-
No,
Jack Daniels, babe. Jack Daniels.
you like that?
Yeah. The one I don't like is that Johnny Walker Black. The night we were down by the beach, it was horrible. The Johnny Walker Black. It tastes like chemicals. Wow, it just froze up. Uh-oh, the picture froze. Did Isla fall in the pool? Oh no. Oh, I wonder if my wife realizes that the picture froze up. Yeah, Isla should have just stayed up here, but I said, nah, it's something different. Yep, there I am. Yeah, we were talking about it this morning, so I said, nah, dress up a little bit and go outside and hang out by the pool. And I didn't realize there was going to be people at the pool today because about 90% of the time, the pool's empty. Nobody really uses the pool at the condo over here, so I didn't think there was going to be anybody in the pool. But it's all good. Something different. So now we know for next time there's a delay, and it's better if we're vlogging together with the live streams. Trial and error. Like Jim Richards said, my whole 8 subs, right? We'll get there eventually. We're only 130 subs away from the magic number 1,000. So get your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle to subscribe. They don't even need to watch. All they got to do is hit that subscribe button. Because we got enough watch hours, we just don't have enough subs. We're way past it on the watch hours. We just need 130 more subs and we're good. And we're trying to get Nixie back into it, but she's going through some things right now. You never know. You never know. Maybe she'll get back into it. The wife is MIA. Boo Boo Gabs, can you hear me? I think I should call her. I'm not sure if I can call her. Set the phone, babe, this phone over there.
I am connecting to the
Yeah, this
Wi-Fi.
phone, well, you gotta put the phone by the window.
Okay.
That's how you use subs. It's not funny.
Oh my god.
Keep laughing.
I am using the Wi-Fi, not the hotspot.
Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, my phone overheat. So I can't use the hotspot if the cool
The
if the
hotspot
phone.
literally turned into a hotspot.
Yeah. Oh my god, where I am now.
Maine.
Domain Salt Lake City, Utah. Huh? What do you mean by that?
Oh.
Sorry, everybody. Oh my god. It's because it's super hot outside and then the phone overheat. I need to cool down the phone before I can use the hotspot. Dane, I have not been sick in 7 years and I have been single 7 years. Love my ass off. Hey, I'm starting to think dating makes me sick.
There you go.
Dating makes me sick.
Come to the Philippines. You'll do just fine.
You will not get sick. She froze up.
My wife is nervous today.
Because the internet. Good thing she was not picking her nose, lol.
Thank you for the 7 people that are in the
Yeah,
chat. How is the video and the audio?
Tom? I think the Johnny Walker. Yeah, that's what I. Johnny Walker Black in the Philippines is different than in the U.S. It does taste like shit.
You know what, Tom? I was thinking that because I heard good things about Johnny Walker Black, but when I tried it, it tasted horrible.
Yeah.
But I was surprised. I was telling my wife it's not supposed to taste like this. Then I started thinking somebody dosed me, like somebody spiked my drink, but I didn't have any like side effects where I was like getting dizzy and passing out or double vision or anything like that. I just got a little bit crazy that night. But yeah, it didn't taste good at all.
Domain. I ate Chinese a couple of times. That is at a massage parlor in 2020, if you know what I mean, and then I had COVID.
Okay, Bob. Where are we at?
Domain. They in Dom, you ate crabs. I am a Mainer. We eat lobsters.
Oh, wait, crabs.
This is 2 by 2 picture. I've had 4 vivid shots and still haven't turned into a tomato. All at Long Beach Caliph VA Hospital. Vivid shots.
Okay, where are we at here? Fun. Where are we at?
Here, COVID.
Okay.
Gem.
Well, I'm going to read the question.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Dane.
Bobby told her to leave her cell alone, and then this happens. And he said, I think I should call her, laughing my ass off. Yeah, because all of a sudden Isla disappeared, so I was thinking she had no idea that the signal went out, but
No.
Isla knew what was up.
The phone, there's no signal on the phone.
Mm.
And then the hotspot went out. Dane should have told her 10 minutes and we missed her dancing. I jumped in the pool and that's why I went. Domain, luckily I didn't get crabs eating Chinese, just COVID. COVID. You read Jumbo?
Jim Richards said, hold on a minute, signal went out, move to your left, move to your right, etc., etc. What the hell is this, Bobby? I could be watching Fatima wash rice. There you go, Overstay Road, right? Marcos? I'm glad Marcos came back because I think Fatima was getting a little bit pissed off with him. He was out buying shrimp every time he took the ladies out to dinner. And where did he go? He went to Thailand. Right?
Thailand, yeah.
How many people we got in here?
13.
Wow. Thank you for the 13 people that are in here. All right, let's get this thing back to normal. Y'all got any questions? And what's new in your life out there? What's new? What's going on? Anybody got any exciting stories? Let's get this live stream going again after the operational difficulties.
Dane, now they lost power. Stay tuned. Same
Yeah,
Bobby
right.
time, same Bobby channel.
That's the way it is over here. Every morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning, the air conditioner unit goes on and off like 15 to 20 times. It wakes me up because the noise it makes.
Yeah. The construction.
Yeah, well, no, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and we got one of those split units, so it goes, and then when it goes off, it's like, and then you hear a pop, and then it goes back on, and then it goes off, on, off. Does that like 15 to 20 times from 3 o'clock in the morning to about 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week. I don't know why the power does that. The power stays off for like 5 to 10 minutes and then it comes right back on.
Dane Leonard, Bobby, I made porterhouse steak with a bourbon sauce that it was so good.
Overnight it to me.
Gem, Must be Chinese stuff you're using.
Elvis said, "Smash the like button." Thank you, Elvis.
Yeah.
I don't think we deserve a like on this one, but thank you, Elvis.
Thank you.
Elvis didn't leave the building yet. So what's new with everybody out there? Tell me something exciting. Who's coming to the Philippines? That's what I want to know. That was a disaster, what we just did, going down by the pool. There was a delay too. I was scared to say anything because every time I started to talk, I could hear your voice, and it was just, I was over talking.
Yeah, because I
There's
think
a delay.
it's the hotspot.
Yeah, there's a
It's
delay.
doing that.
That's the thing about the Philippines. The internet in Thailand, the internet's pretty good, but in the Philippines, it's hit or miss. Sometimes the hotspot works good, and sometimes it doesn't.
Mhm.
Just like the power grid over here, it gets overwhelmed pretty easily.
Dane, Bobby, did you get the chance to watch Hills Have Eyes?
No, we didn't watch that yet.
What is that? Horror movie?
It's a horror movie, and Dane keeps asking us, "Did you see it yet? Did you watch it?" We need to.
Oh, Tom said Boots on the Ground, April 11th. On the
Wow.
11th of April.
Tom, what part of the Philippines you gonna be staying in? That's cool. Let's see.
April
Tom looks
11th.
like he's
That's
pretty cool.
Elvis, Bobby, did you get that sore on your ass taken care of?
Nah, it's still there. It's about a quarter of the way healed up, if that made any sense. It's got about 3/4 of the way to go. And I would say probably about 4 months.
Hmm.
Wow.
Maten, lapu-lapu.
Put it up, put it on the thing. Put his comment up there. There.
Yeah.
Put the comment up there on the TV.
Yes. Why it's late?
Tom Johnson. Yeah, we got to hook up. We'll go out to dinner one night. I think I could sit in a wheelchair for 3 or 4 hours. I think I can handle it. Yeah, you'll like Mactan, Lapu Lapu. Have you been here before, Tom? If I had to pick one spot in the Philippines, it's where we're at now, Mactan, Lapu Lapu. It's pretty decent. It's not bad. It's a good jumping off point for sure.
Oh.
Everything you need is right here, so you don't have to travel like, long distances to go to the hospital, to get medicine, to get food, to go shopping, to meet women, to go to the beach, to go hiking. Just everything is right here. Everything you need.
Do me. I want to visit Philippines, but I do worry about bugs climbing in my ears and nose and other holes while I sleep. Lots of bugs.
I hate to tell you this, we got roaches. We got roaches in this condo,
That's from the
and
plant, boo.
and we're pretty clean people. Um, it's not a bad infestation. Like when I was living in Hawaii, we had a neighbor, and I never saw this lady in like 3 years. When I lived on the 42nd floor of a high rise condominium, and it had floor to ceiling glass walls. We were in a corner unit. It was an amazing building. It was in the town of Pearl City. If you guys been to Oahu, there's a town called Pearl City, and there's a big mall called the Pearl City Mall. I lived they called it the Twin Towers. And a lady next door, the exterminator went in there, and I'll never forget. They sprayed a bunch of poison in her apartment, and the roaches came pouring out from underneath the sink because her kitchen sink was facing our kitchen sink right on the opposite wall. So the roaches came pouring through the opening where the drain pipe was. There was a gap. And then they were trying to come through the electrical outlets. It was disgusting. The roaches in this condo is from the potted plants that we have in here. So it's not like it's an infestation. So to answer your question, is there a lot of bugs in the province, babe, compared to this condo?
In the house, there's no bugs in the house. I
No
don't
bugs
know.
in the house?
No.
Right, so yeah, the bug problem's not that
Only
bad. Domain admin, I'll just call you DA. DA in Florida, they got a bug problem. Florida's bad. I remember
the
Florida had an unreal bug problem. The Philippines isn't really that bad. It's not bad at
yeah.
all.
Only what you call that lizard and what is that?
Geckos.
Geckos.
Yeah, they got these geckos that make this crazy sound at night. It's super cool.
Yeah. My condo is near Moreno Mall, not far away. Save Marble.
Wow, that's cool.
Several times.
Well, I've seen there several times.
Yeah.
Excellent. Are you ex-military, Tom Johnson?
Oh yeah. Nice. I'm from Panorama City, California.
Hey, Barry Press, how's it going? Yeah, we had a debacle earlier in the live stream. We tried something new. Isla went downstairs by the pool, and I stayed upstairs. And there was a delay, and then it's pretty hot out today.
Yeah.
So the cell phone started heating up from being in the sun, and it just didn't work out too good. So we know better for next time.
Then Bobby said, meet women and see the beaches, and now I know that riches are. I have to Google what women are.
Bobby said, meet women and see the beaches, and I know what roaches are. I have to Google what women are.
Where are we?
My goodness.
Um, the big cockroaches are everywhere. It's the small ones you got to watch out for.
Exactly.
The small.
As it's small as I can crawl in your ear.
Mm-hmm. Mice, how about mice, Bone?
Nah, I haven't seen her. What about in the province? Mice or rats? They got rats in the province,
Yeah,
right?
they have. Yeah, there's rats.
Isla lives by a pretty good sized river in Santa Catalina, Negros Oriental, and I'm pretty sure they have. Do they have muskrats? It's like a really big rat. It's about half the size of a cat.
Mostly like that. It's in the like slum area.
Yeah, in a slum area for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that show, 90 Day Fiance, where that dude, everybody was calling him No Neck. There was a giant rat. I think they were in there taking a shower, and there was a giant rat on the floor. It looked like it was sick or it had rabies because it wasn't really moving, or maybe it ate some poison, and it was just staring at these people in the shower. That was pretty crazy.
My uncle almost died because of that rats. What do you call on that disease, Boo?
Rabies?
No, it's not. For the for the rabbit. No, like hypo. What is that?
You talking about the uncle that stepped in feces? He was walking
Yeah,
barefoot.
yes, that one.
Yeah, Isla's dad, or not dad, Isla's uncle
Uncle.
was walking around barefoot and stepped in feces of a carbano. That's the Philippine water buffalo or Philippine ox. You know, the one they use to plow the fields. And some of that bacteria got in. I maybe had a cut or a sore on his foot, and he got really sick. And that's what it's from. It's from the feces of or urine from the carbana.
No, from the rat, boom.
Oh, from the rat?
Yeah, from the rat.
Yeah, he got really sick. I would say wear closed-toed shoes. Wow, Semper Fi. My dad was a Marine. Thanks for serving, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Where were you
Yes,
stationed at,
Marine
Tom?
Corps.
Tom was in the Marines.
Yeah.
What kind of dude?
No neck ed, lol. What is that? Neck ed.
Yeah, that guy. He came to the Philippines and
Ed?
yeah, no neck Ed, and he fell down by the pig pens, and this dude was just he just wasn't built for the Philippines, and I think his girlfriend's name was Rose, and she was
Oh,
just kind of like super boring. I don't know. She wasn't
I watched this.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, yes, I watched that. I think they broke up.
Yeah.
My beautiful Filipina angels, all three of them gave me Tulu. Beautiful girls, so lovely. Huh?
Tom Johnson. Leave a comment.
I was at a bikini bar in Cebu back in the 90s, and the girl on stage stepped over a hug, cat like rat, and didn't even blink.
Damn.
Dane, easy to read, any place of mice and rats. Mix 50-50 quick dry cement and powdered sugar. Mix it good and place it in places no other animal can get to that is dry. They eat, go, drink, and die. That's the secret for the rats.
Wait a minute. We're gonna 50-50 mix of quick dry cement and powdered sugar. Mix it in a good place. No, I almost could get it. Let's try it. Go drink. Wow. Oh, that's probably the cyanide in the concrete, or they eat the cement, and once it gets inside of them, it hardens up, and they're done.
Oh, your buddy is here. John is here.
What's up, Chick? How's it going?
First Marine Air Wing. What is this? Iwakuni, Japan, but spent many deployments in Olongapo.
Wow. I know Tom got some stories.
Yeah.
First Marine Air Wing. I can't pronounce that. How do you say that?
Iwakuni, Japan?
Japan,
Or
that's
how do
something.
you how to read that?
Olongapo, that's in the Philippines.
Yeah, Olongapo
Wow.
is in the Philippines.
Thank you for serving, Tom Johnson. My
What?
dad was a Marine back in the Vietnam days. He was an MP.
What do you mean by MP?
Military police.
Okay. Violet. Good evening, Bobby and Isla from Northern California. What's up, Violet?
What's up, Violet? How's it going? What's new out there in Northern Cali?
Northern Cali. John
Chikowski.
Chikowski. Hello, hope you both are well.
Just call him Chick.
Check.
Chick for short. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing great. Even the connection, oh my god.
Yeah, earlier today in a live stream, we had a debacle, a boondoggle. But we're doing all right now, John. My bed sore is slowly getting better, and just thank God I woke up this morning. What's new with you, Chick?
Yeah.
How's your classes going? I'm always looking at John's art. John can draw. My goodness. Unbelievable talent. Oh, I have no artistic ability whatsoever. I could draw about a stick figure, and that's it.
They know the cement can't pass the cement, so they die, lol.
Hmm.
John, I'm good. Why is not Bobby there? You answer that, boo.
Explain what I was doing with shaving.
You explain, boo.
I just look a mess, and I figure you guys rather look at my hot wife than me.
and I haven't really been feeling too good lately.
Yeah.
Next live stream, I'll make an appearance. I tried to get my sister-in-law to come over, but she wasn't available. And then last minute, I sent out a couple requests to people to join the live stream. I wasn't really sure if we were going to do this live stream because I didn't sleep too good last night. So this is like last minute. I just want to see how everybody's doing, and that's about it. I'm glad we did the live stream. We straightened it out. Now that the connection's working better.
Yes. I sleep good last night, bro.
That's good.
And yeah, we went to bed late, so
School is good. Go ahead, go ahead.
and Bobby is shaving on this part of his beard. And then here he didn't shave right here, so that's why he's not on the camera today. It's
Yeah, I
live
look like
stream.
shit. It's funny is I used an electric razor and shaved the top part of my face and then didn't shave my neck because this electric razor I got it'll mess up your neck. So I got long hair. I got the craziest look going on. I got like I look like a Sasquatch from the bottom of my chin to my collarbone, and the rest of my face is clean shaven. So I just said, you know what? Nobody wants to see my fugly ass, so I'll just let the wife do it. And, that's why I'm hiding.
Then I have used that trick for years and it works every time. Thanks. John's school is good.
Good. How much longer for the year until school graduates, John? How many more weeks until school's out?
Dane, it is all Bobby's fault. They had issues earlier. He came up with an idea, and we, well, we all know how these ideas go, love
Yeah,
myself.
okay
That's
now.
my idea.
Yep.
That's my idea.
You know you got a cool wife when she takes the blame.
Yeah, that's my idea.
Something new. How you
Yes.
gonna know unless you try? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's only one thing I won't try. Remember I said that in a video about a year ago?
What is that, Boo?
Yeah, I got a neck. Jono said it. I got a neck band. That's
Yeah,
what it looks
neck
like.
band.
Neck band.
Mm-hmm.
Furry collar. What's that called? A turtleneck. I got the
Turtleneck.
turtleneck with hair going on.
Yeah. I hope you feel better, John said.
Thank you, Chick.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Neck beard.
School end mid-May. Oh, it's close. March,
Pretty
April, May.
soon.
Yeah.
Should take a vacation, Jono. You should come to the Philippines when school gets out.
Yeah. Jam, 3 years Marine. Bobby, 1 year in Subic Bay, Cubic Point. Walking guard duty in Naval Magazine.
Wow, 3 years Marines. Probably 1 year in Civic Bay, Cubic Point, walking guard duty in Naval Magazine. Wow. I bet you that duty in Subic Bay was cool. That's a good place to be stationed. There's Mac.
Max said, come out in front of the camera. You're still a pretty boy.
Next week, stay tuned.
Yeah, next week.
I'll come out of the closet next week. Wow. Yeah, Chick, if you come over here on vacation, we got to do some fishing. I'd like to charter a boat and go way out off the coast of one of these islands and go fishing for marlin, or I wonder if they got big tuna, like a couple 100-pound tuna or a couple 100-pound blue marlin or black marlin. Or that, you ever see that fish called a dolphin? That's a crazy looking fish. They're like a blue and bright yellow color. They got that big big ass head and that small looking tail. I don't know. It's a weird looking fish called a dolphin.
John, my wife and I are going to Carisco by Aruba. Where
Wow,
is that?
I've heard of it. Aruba.
Carisco.
Mom used to go to Aruba. She's been. They got a
Aruba.
timeshare. They got a timeshare in Aruba.
Oh, Mark said, I would love to sign up for that fishing trip. Ocean fishing is my thing.
Yeah, Mac. Mac, are you coming to the Philippines? That's the thing. When you go out on a boat, everybody chips in for the gas and for the food, so it's not that expensive. And then you get a couple cool guys that are easygoing. You can hang out. You don't want to get too drunk when you're way out there because you get seasick and all that if you hit rough seas.
Mhm.
But deep sea fishing is the way to go. Sometimes it'll take you a day. I remember in Hawaii, we would go like I don't know, hundreds of miles off the coast of Oahu, and it would take us the majority of the day to get out there. And then we would sleep out there, and the next day we would troll with the lures behind the boat, and man, we catch some huge fish, big marlin.
Dane, I have caught tuna on a pole. Wow, what a fight! I love it.
Oh yeah, tuna.
Tuna? Oh,
Tuna's like unbelievable. That's one of the stronger fish.
yeah.
I think marlin is the fastest swimmer, but even small tuna, what do they call them? Jacks. Them things put up a ridiculous fight. I mean, like, first time I caught a tuna in Florida, I couldn't believe how small it was, and it had the pole bent in half. It was crazy.
John, you guys have good fishing there. Dolphin are called mahi mahi.
Yeah, that's
Mahi mahi.
that's the one, mahi mahi. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, the fish in here. I watched the guy. Remember that video we were watching, babe? The guy had a hand line, and he was hand lining this blue marlin, and I think it probably weighed about 260 to 270 pounds, and he
Yeah.
caught this thing on a hand line. I think it was a big chunk of squid, and it was pulling the boat that he was in, and it took him like an hour to get it in, and he jumped in the water with it. It was crazy. I was like, wow. You got to be careful getting in the water with those marlin because they got that big ass spear on the front of their heads.
Yeah.
And one guy was a dentist. He was in the chair. He was fighting I was like a 500 or 600 pound marlin, and the thing came out of the water, headed toward the side of the boat. It wound up spearing this guy. If you go online and Google people speared by a blue marlin, they got some horrific pictures. One guy's got the spear right through his leg, and the one guy died. The dentist, the spear went, I think it pierced his lung and his heart. It went in his right side and came out his left side in front of everybody on the back of the boat. I was like, wow.
Then, oh, Bobby, I am always, always shit face. Like I am out fishing and never come home super sober. I laugh my ass off. Mac, my buddy caught a tuna off the coast of Boston, 50 miles out where we go. Weighed 550 pounds. Couldn't get it in the boat. Had to tie it on the side and motor all the way in.
Wow, that's a big ass fish.
Yeah,
550 pounds. That's a big fish.
550.
Then you got to watch out the sharks don't start ripping it apart when it's on the side of the boat like that. Yeah, unless you got one of those boats with the back door where the ass end of the boat, what do they call that? Not the bow, but the stern of the boat, I guess. The transom or the stern. I forget what it is. You seen them tuna boats where the back, they got two doors in the back where you could open that door and drag that tuna right in the back of the boat because it's at like the water line. I used to work in a marina. That was a pretty cool job. It was a Holmes Beach Marina in Bradenton, Florida, close to Anna Marie Island. They sold a lot of nice boats. That one brand, Donzi, I think that's out of Sarasota where they make the boat, Donzi. I think Chris Craft was over there too.
Jem, Bobby's in the background watching TV. Hikil and Jekyll cartoons.
You had me laugh. You had me laughing the other day when you said that. I was just thinking about a Red Horse. I could go for a beer right about now. It's been about, what's the last time I drank liquor? That was about how many months ago?
December. That's December
New Year's.
2022.
So,
New Year's, but
Yeah.
only like,
January, February, March, 3 months ago.
yeah, 3 months ago.
So, Schick, when are you going to retire and move to Hawaii? I'm curious. The Big Island.
Hawaii is a big island. Oh, Mac won't be coming to the Philippines maybe in the next 2 years. Very busy working. My wife won't let me go over by myself because I like sweets and there's too many two-leg sweets walking around.
Two-legged sweets walking around.
No.
Man, you got that. You took the words right out of my mouth, Mac. There is a box of chocolates over here for sure. You never watched that movie, babe. What's that? Forrest Gump? Life's like a box of chocolates. They definitely got a lot of sweets walking around over here. There is no doubt about it. I usually keep my head steady when we used to go to the malls and everything. I just keep my eyes steady. I've been on my best behavior. Right, babe?
Dane, hit the thumbs up, people. It helps, and thanks for watching. Thank you, Dane.
Thank you for everybody in here. Thank you for the 12 people that are here. By any chance, is my mother watching?
Oh.
Mom, you out there?
What's up, Mom? Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to my mom.
Belated? Today is 26, right?
Yeah, it's the 26th in the Philippines, but back in New Jersey,
it's 20.
Still the 25th.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed, lucky that my mom's still alive. Thank God for that. And my dad.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Old pops.
Ooh.
Yeah, we started the visa process like a week ago. So last night we were downloading a bunch of different things, the marriage certificate, and then we downloaded the 2x2-inch picture. Matter of fact, we got to do that later on today, but we got to take a picture of you to download. And just a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of documents, my birth certificate, my passport, and we almost got it complete. That'll be a load off my mind. I'll feel a whole lot better when we get that completed. I could just imagine Iowa going back to New Jersey. That's going to be super cool. Everybody says don't take your Filipina back to the United States. I'm not stressing on that shit.
Domain, you only get one mom.
Exactly. I'm a mama's boy. You got that right, domain admin.
Mac, been married to my sweet Filipino for 21 years. She's so sweet. She still makes my teeth hurt. She's so sweet.
My goodness. 21 years, bro. Congratulations, Mac.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Yeah, there's nothing like a Filipina.
There's nothing
super
like
good
a
people.
Filipino.
Super good people. I've been around a lot of people and been to a lot of places, and I've never met a better group of people than Filipino people. Super cool. In Utah, you only get 5 moms. Utah polygamy joke. Yeah, what was that show? They had that one guy on it was a TV show. The guy had like 12 wives. I was like, man, that's the old school polygamy. Yeah. The Mormons, right?
Mormons?
That's the old school Mormons. And then the Muslims, what is it down there in Mindanao? Certain sects of the Muslim, not sex. I can't say that word. Seculars. Certain sects of the Muslims, you're allowed to have more than one wife. I don't know. It sounds like a good thing having more than one wife, but that shit might drive you crazy. You know what I mean?
Like Muslim?
I think I just like having a couple hot sister-in-laws and a beautiful wife. That's working for a minute. Like hooligans. Why do you look so serious?
Sir, yes, sir. This
Wait.
is 2x2 picture.
Why are you looking so serious?
2x2 picture.
Why are you looking so serious over there? Yeah, I'm here. Y'all didn't realize I was here. I'm here. I'm over here.
Big love to me. You see them here, kind of rich.
That's it. Domain admin. Big Love was the name of that TV show. That guy had all them wives. You see them here, kind of rich.
One thing, Mac. One thing being married and being a Mormon.
Mormons, they got some
If you
money.
get a divorce from your wife, you still remain brother and sister.
Max said one thing being married and being a Mormon, if you get a divorce from your wife, you still that's sick. That's sick. I remember Mac, he attacked regular guy. He called regular guy a fruitcake, and I started dying laughing.
Is that Mac?
That was rude of me. Yeah, I think it was Mac. Mac went in hard on regular guy. Oh, there's Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
Oh. Dang. I can handle one wife. I know I could never do more. Chuck, Jordan, Bounty, and the life in the Philippines. Good to see you and Bobby and your lovely wife, Hope. Hope all is well. Thank you, Chuck.
I know Chuck's got some stories. What's the craziest adventure your job? I wanted to interview you, Chuck. I wanted to interview you because I know you have some very interesting stories. What is the most high profile criminal that you can talk about that you had to do with your job? What was the most high profile criminal that you apprehended in your career?
Boo, can I borrow,
That's my
borrow
question
for a
to
while,
you.
Boo?
Huh?
That one. Can I borrow for a moment?
What?
I know that the other phone, the Google phone.
Chuck's got an interesting job.
Do main. Try the next, sister. Next.
I tell you what, Chuck, since you showed up in the live stream, I'm going to accept the friend's request. Bad boys, what you gonna do? I'm on my best behavior. I gotta be. So what we were talking about, we said that Chuck was gonna come get us instead of waiting on the visa. we were both gonna commit crimes, go on the run, get locked up together, and get extradited back to the United States. That was our plan. That way we could speed up the process. How about the mayor? What is it? The mayor or the governor of Negros Oriental?
Why?
I shouldn't talk about politics.
Why?
I just want to ask anybody if they heard what's going on over here with
Oh
them.
yeah, it's the governor.
Yeah, the governor of what is it? Santa Catalina
No.
Negros Oriental. The governor put out a hit supposedly. I'm not sure if this is true. I got to watch. You don't want to talk politics when you're in the Philippines. It could cost you your life. People don't play around with that shit over here. So I usually keep my opinion to myself, but it's all over the news. And it was pretty hectic what happened. They executed this guy in front of a bunch of people. I don't know if you guys read about it on the internet or saw it in the news. It was pretty crazy. That's where Isla's born and raised. That's where Isla's from.
Mac, true story. I was in the north at a fruit stand big market. Young girl asked me what I was doing there. I said I was looking for a wife. She jumped up out of her chair, stood up straight, and said, I'm 18.
Wow. Is that how you met your wife? I'll tell her just sit up straight. So might have a few stories.
Chuck, Jordan, LOL, I might have a few stories. Felicine Kaboga would be the most high profile. I'm happy to do one interview with you next time I'm there.
Wow, thank you, Chuck Jordan. I'm looking forward to that. Now I gotta look. I gotta look up who. How do you say that person's name?
Felician?
Yeah,
Felician Kabuga?
my wife can pronounce words better than me. I didn't do too good
Felician.
in school.
Mm, but you're smart.
Nah,
Mm,
I'm not smart.
mm.
You're lying.
I'm not. Domain, I saw a polygamy house here that was for sale. It was like four big, nice, separate houses connected in the middle with locks. So I guess the dad would go into a different house on a different day.
Wow. Yo, that's crazy. So keep the wives separated. It's almost like all right, I just pictured like it's like a prison wing. You got the main hub in the center would be the kitchen and the common area, and then you got wings off of that main like pod, and each pod has a different wife, and you got I would say five wives Monday through Friday, and then you take a break on Saturdays and Sundays. You spend a day out there fishing with one of your boys on the river or on the lake. I don't even know what I'm talking about. How did we get on the subject? Polygamy and wives, all this craziness.
Mac, I met my wife through some good friends. My wife looks very young even today. She's 45. She still looks like she's 18. Never change.
Yeah, some Filipino women have super good genetics. They don't age. I met my wife, she's very good friends. My wife looks very young. Even today, she's 45 and still looks like she's 18. Excellent. Mac got lucky. Polygamy house.
Domain, yep, yep, yep.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't mind living that lifestyle for a while. Maybe about 3 years, about as much of that as I can handle. Polygamy. Thank you for the 15 people in here. Somebody tell me a story
Story or a question to Bobby.
or a question to my wife or me.
Everything.
So Chuck, are you in upstate? You're in upstate New York? Well, upstate New York's nice.
Upstate.
It's like an hour away from New York City.
Hmm.
I like the woods. It's like the province. And the capital.
Oh, upstate is like a province.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lots of woods.
Yeah.
The capital of New York, I think, is Albany. Albany is kind of like a lot of country, a lot of trees. Old Schick likes the woods. Jono and me, we grew up in the woods. That's why John's always taking hikes and going out in nature.
Yeah.
I look if my legs worked, I definitely would be on a deserted island with solar generator, like nobody around in a boat. We'd probably be living on a boat. You never know in the future.
Mm.
If the money's right, maybe we will live on a boat. This place would be the best to have a really nice sailboat, maybe like a catamaran. Think about how many islands in the Philippines? 7,000 islands?
7,000.
That's a crazy amount of islands.
107. But where's the lead for this one?
Right here.
Domain, any babies around the corner?
To answer your question, yes. We were just talking about that last night. Yep. That ought to be interesting. My mom's listening. She's probably like, "You're crazy having a baby at your age." I'm not the one having the baby, so last time I checked, right now.
Your truck. I'm originally from South Buffalo, New York, but living in Tennessee, for several years.
Yeah, Tennessee. I seen that pizzeria that you were posting about. The lady just or the guy just opened that pizzeria. The food sounded really good, and they were importing all the ingredients from Italy. Those people are old school. I can imagine that pizza is super good. When I was living in Florida, I met a bunch of people from Tennessee. Tennessee's a nice state.
Tennessee?
The people, yeah, it's down south. The people were really cool that I was meeting. They were, I was working construction, and a bunch of them were from Tennessee. They were all really nice.
South part of America?
Down south, like down by Georgia,
Okay.
Florida, Alabama.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you on the map later. Tennessee's a cool. It's laid back.
Okay.
Tennessee's a cool place. So is Chuck. Chuck, are you bringing your? Is that your wife or your fiance? Are you bringing your fiance back to the United States? I'm being nosy. Tennessee tuxedo. I used to hang out with this guy in Manatee County, Florida. We used to call him Tennessee tuxedo. He was a badass Southern guy. Tennessee. Kentucky's another. Who's from Kentucky? That's R. Scott. R. Scott that joins the
Scott?
live stream. He's from Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky's a nice place.
Kentucky.
I wouldn't mind living out in the woods in Kentucky or Tennessee. We were looking at that. Remember that show from West Virginia we're watching?
Yeah.
The coal mill. It was in West Virginia, and the coal mill went under, and all these people lost their jobs, and there was the suicide rate. It was kind of depressing. The suicide rate was real high, and everybody in this town got hooked on Oxycontin and all these pills and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling Isla, I said, that looks like a pretty nice town to live in. But it was like all the stores in the center of that town were like closed up. There was nothing there. But I could imagine going there with a boatload of money. If you didn't need a job or you had some type of business online, that would be like the perfect place to live, because everything, you could buy houses for pennies on the dollar. And I don't know. It just, there was a lot of stuff to do outdoors. I don't know. There was a lot of problems in that town, though. I don't know about mixing with the local people. You know what I mean? You got to be careful.
Yeah. Chuck. Yes, my fiance. We applied for the K1 last April and probably another 8 to 12 months be, before it's processed.
Wow, congratulations, Chuck. That's excellent. The K1. Cool. So she's going to come to the United States, and then you have a certain amount of time to get married. Am I correct after that? After she steps foot in the United States? That's cool. Okay, well, that's originally the way we were going to do it. And then I changed my mind because I thought they were never going to open up the Philippines because it was taking so long.
Yeah.
And then I just decided we got married online. And then everybody was saying that an online marriage, it's fake. And I guess the Philippines has a pact with the United States. So any marriage that's legal in the United States is legal in the Philippines. Unless it's like, I guess, same sex marriage, they're not really that advanced or whatever you want to call it yet. And so then, what was it? Some of the neighbors out in the province had warned Isla's mother that I was going to sell my wife, and then I was going to bring Nixie to the United States, and I was going to put you up for sale. Is that what they were telling Mom?
Yeah,
Then they
for
were
sale.
telling my mother-in-law over here that the marriage is fake and it's not real because how could you be married online? And I was just like, here we go. So there's always a lot of chismis and gossip out in the province. I don't know.
Mac,
What do what do you think, babe?
My wife's tribal from the North Mountain people, very smart, very educated, very pretty. Still today, hangs on me like we just met.
Excellent. My wife's tribal from the North Mountain people. Mestizo Indians up in the mountains. Very smart, very educated. Mac, your wife sounds amazing. Another lucky guy. Chuck Jordan. Chuck Jordan, Bounty Life in the Philippines. Yes. 90 days to get married, then apply for adjustment of status. That's like the green card and all that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we would like to settle back. Yeah, that would be nice. You go around Tennessee and show the wife around, and then the Philippines, the cost of living, the climate, the people. United States is getting a little bit crazy in the last, I don't know, 10 years. It's if I had the money, I would love to live in the Philippines 90% of the time and go back to New Jersey and New York City to visit like once every 2 years or maybe a couple months a year. But the Philippines is definitely a nice place. I could picture here living in the Philippines 90% of the time for sure. Mac said Filipinos are very, very pretty. True story. My wife comes to America. She was 24. We were at a tire shop getting a tire fixed. Young man stared at her so much he walked into a wall. Everybody started laughing. No doubt. You know she's beautiful when people are walking in the walls. My goodness. I was hanging out with a girl, and I shouldn't be telling the story because what wife said. Hanging out with this girl in Hawaii. She was Taiwanese. Her name was Molly. And this guy drove by in a convertible Mustang, and it was on Kalakala Avenue, and he rear-ended the car in front of him, and he's in the middle of the road yelling and screaming. I said, "Yo, come here, bro!" And he was like dropping an F bomb. I said, "Come over here and say hello to my friend." I said, "Because I saw you rubberneck, and that's what caused the accident." So I introduced them to this girl I knew, and then they wound up going out on the date. And I think he wound up getting her pregnant, and they got married. And it all started when he rear-ended the car in front of her. with a story.
Chuck. I've been to the Philippines 4 times in the past year, lol. I try to come for a couple of weeks every few
There you
months.
go. Chuck's young, so that plane flight's not too bad. Everybody complains about that 20-hour flight or whatever it is. When I was young, I could stay on that plane for 3 or 4 days. It's just the problem that I got now with my legs not working. It makes it a little bit difficult. But the thing is, if I could do it, anybody can do it. And there's a guy over here. What's his name? Miguel? Old Dog
Yeah,
New
Miguel.
Tricks. Old Dog New Tricks interviewed this guy, Miguel. He's blind and he came to the Philippines. So
Yeah.
if you're thinking about coming, you don't have to sell all your stuff and move over here permanently. Come over here for a couple months or a couple weeks, like Chuck does. Check it out, see how you like it, mingle with the people, and you don't necessarily need to meet a girl online. It's super, super easy to meet a girl over here. All you got to do is go to the beach, shopping mall. It could be any place, a store, you name it. And see how you like it at first. And just test the water. The main thing is you got to try it out first. Sitting there and romanticizing about it and dreaming about it, you just got to get on a plane and do it and see what you think. I think a lot of people are. I was supposed to come here with one of my friends from back in Hackettstown, New Jersey, and he chickened out on me at the last minute. But he was scared out of his mind. He never really traveled anywhere. And I told him, I said, nah, when you go to the Philippines, he's like, what happens if something goes wrong with the government or I don't know, he's just worried about everything. The one thing I noticed over here, the driving over here is really crazy. The way people drive, I think that would have freaked him out. When we got here, I would have said, Tim, you're not driving. There's no way. Because he freaks out on people the way they drive in New York and New Jersey. I couldn't even imagine him trying to drive a vehicle over here. Because the driving is on like a whole nother level over here.
Chuck said, I've been all over the world, but my last two trips to the Philippines has been the most stressful. With late and canceled flights, the airline seems to be more dysfunctional. Oh,
Yeah, I got stuck in a motel room. Philippine Airlines, they had a mechanical problem when I went to come over here to meet my wife for the first time. Got put up in a motel for 5 days, and it was pretty hectic. But I wasn't. They said, well, you could just go back to your apartment and not go on a trip. There was nothing gonna stop me. The lady downstairs at the motel, she went out and got me some things. But being a paraplegic, the shower wasn't set up. There was like no shower chair. They gave me a handicap room, but I couldn't really shower. And then I forgot my sliding board, so transferring from the bed to the wheelchair was hard. And oh my god, it went on for 5 days, and then I had to take three different antigen tests because they kept saying, "All right, we're leaving tomorrow," and then tomorrow rolled around, and then the plane still wasn't ready. So the what was it, 24 or 48 hours would expire on the antigen test. And then I'd have to take another one and another one. I wound up taking four antigen tests. Finally, 5 days later, the plane left, and when I got when we got to Manila, Steve-O and Reggie helped me out. Thank God for that on the plane. And I don't know what I would have done without Steve. Steve helped me out, and super cool guy. I got all choked up when I got off the plane in Manila. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I was actually in the Philippines because I had planned on a trip right about the time COVID hit, and I got in an apartment. I was going to stay in the apartment for like 2 months. So I left the nursing home. I was going to stay in the apartment for 2 or 3 months, get myself stronger, try to live, more independently on my own. Then COVID hit, and the people that were helping me out for 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, they stopped showing up for work, and I didn't have anybody coming over to the apartment, and that's when it got serious. They said, "Oh, you could go back to the nursing home if you're having problems," but I just refused to quit. So I was kind of on my own for about 2 years. It was pretty hectic. I had to bribe people. Like these people were getting paid. The CNAs, they were getting paid to come over and help me out. I was dropping $100 bills like it was going out of style to get them to come to work because they were making more on unemployment, so they had no motivation to drive from Newark, New Jersey out to Hackettstown, which is like an hour drive. So they were like, "Why should I come to work?" And I'm like, $100, one Benjamin if you show up, and that's how I did it. If I didn't have a little bit of extra money, I would have been in the graveyard across the street. It was crazy.
January 2000, 2026 is my retirement date, and my plan is to retire in the Philippines.
Tom, if you don't mind me asking, what type of work do you do now?
Chuck, I am a bit concerned about my fiancée and her 3-year-old daughter traveling alone with a potential for cancellations and complications. I'll probably escort them here or send someone to accompany them.
Chuck, that's a super good idea. Because, I don't know, they hype it up in the news, but remember you were telling me about the girl that got offloaded and
Yeah,
they were asking her. It was just one of those, who are the people that caused her to miss her flight? What do they call them people?
immigration officer.
Yeah, the immigration officer was pushing her weight and they made this girl miss her flight. That's probably your best bet, Chuck.
They're looking for a yearbook,
Yeah, they're asking ridiculous questions.
graduation pictures.
I would have snapped, even being in a wheelchair. I probably would have wound up in jail or some shit like that. And Chuck would have had to bail me out for sure. I would have been like, "What do you mean, Isla? They asked you for yearbook pictures." That would have been it. I would have went right off the deep end. That would have been it for me.
Data center engineer.
Wow, there you go. Data center engineer. Woo! That's good to know. Are you a white hat? What's a good hacker? A white hat or a red hat? I forget. Computers always fascinated me. I'm not really too good. I'm not really too good on a computer. I should have paid attention.
Chuck Jordan, I got stranded in Korea back in November and Delta put everyone up in a nice hotel. But the Filipinos had to sleep in the airport because they couldn't get a visa to enter Korea.
Wow. So they were stuck at the airport.
Mhm.
Delta Airlines. Delta's usually pretty good. The airlines
Sleep in
is
the
a
airport.
mess lately. Ever since this COVID bullshit.
Yeah,
Rachel's here.
Rachel. Good day, Allah and husband. Good day.
How you doing, Rachel? What's
Rachel.
new?
Good
Thank
day,
you for being
Rachel.
here. Thank you for the 12 people that are in the chat. Sorry about the debacle, the technical difficulty earlier today. It was a mess.
Yeah.
We
Oh
straightened
my
it out.
god. What an idea. Mac, girls from the province, very sweet, Bobby. You're very lucky. Your wife is very beautiful. Ooh. And very devoted to you. I can tell. Lucky man, happy man.
Yeah, I was a sweetheart. There's no doubt about it. I got lucky. Mom was saying that this morning. Mom was saying how I was such a sweetheart. My mom and Isla are going to get along great. 'Cause my mom's mellow.
Mellow.
Two of them like two peas in a pod, like they say. Yeah, the province girls are the best. Nothing against city girls, but I don't know. It's just something about province girls grow up right. They got good morals and values, and they're just I don't know. I guess I am prejudiced against city girls.
Prejudice.
I am. I'll admit it.
City girls, they're spoiled. What do you think?
I don't know. They just grow up faster. You
Faster.
guys have a lot of responsibility at a young age. Province girls do.
Yeah, I do.
Taking care of other siblings, helping out up at the farm, getting a job, and helping support your parents and chipping in, just everything. And the family structure is still intact. You know how when you were younger, see, I'm like 50, how old am I? 56. I remember when I was younger, you had dinner at a certain time, everybody sat at the kitchen table, and it was like that at least 6 days a week. The family unit was intact. Now it kind of disintegrated. It's not like it used to be. And that's one thing I like about Filipinos. They're family oriented and just it's just a different I don't know, explain that. What am I trying to say?
That's it.
It's all don't be shy. Look at the delay on the TV.
Oh my god, bro. Like I am looking at my face on the TV.
You
Oh.
look so sad, bud. You look so sad. You look like you lost your best friend.
Yeah, because sometimes my eyes is looking at the TV. Oh.
Yeah, we didn't sleep too much last night.
Oh yeah.
How many hours of sleep do you think we got
We
last
went
night?
to bed like I think 3 a.m. in the morning.
Up all night.
Tom, don't really do IT work too much, but work in critical operations, generators, HVAC, electrical, more like a blue hat. LOL.
Oh, okay, I got you. I really do IT much for over here. Critical operation generators. That's for the backup. What's those buildings called with all the servers inside those giant warehouses? That's where they like store all the data. So you got like the floorboards that come up and they run all the wires underneath the floors and up top in those racks and everything. Like data centers. Wow.
Data
Critical
center.
operations. And the computers, they got to be kept at a certain temperature. That's what he's talking about. HVAC and electrical. Wow. A real guy.
Real.
A real guy. A real OG.
Real.
A blue hat. Like a blue chip stocks in the stock.
Like the blue banana.
Yeah, we were looking at bananas. There's 1,000 different types of bananas, and one of them is the blue banana, and it's got a vanilla flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Show everybody what that blue banana looks like.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. That's one thing I never had is a blue banana.
Blue Java.
I just started thinking about blue balls.
Blue Java banana.
Blue banana.
Like this.
That's pretty crazy.
Wait, my fingernails is it clean? Or where is that? Oh. Oh, there you go. And then look at the inside. It's color blue also.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, that's the
They
inside.
said it tastes like vanilla, like a hint of vanilla.
Yeah.
Hey, Dane, are you still watching? I bet you never seen a blue banana before.
Oh, there. Oh my God. This is my first time on this.
Yeah, you got to move it the
Price and
opposite
taste.
way of what you think.
Yeah.
At least the picture is clear enough.
Mac, they're gonna build a Jollibee close to where I live. All the Filipinos in the area are so happy. They are acting like they won the lottery.
Wow. Yeah, Filipinos are serious about that Jollibee.
Yeah.
I remember that time they found, what was it, a dish towel in the deep fryer at Jollibee, and it was on the news, and Rainey was ready to cry. She was like, I really love that restaurant, brother, and she was like in tears about how they were talking shit about Jollibee on the news. Yeah, don't fuck with the Jollibee.
Like Sundays, last Sundays, I think, the line outside the Jollibee is long. It's a long line. Same with when it's like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we did that, or Isla was out and about on Valentine's Day, and I said, if you tried to take your wife out on a date in the United States and took her to McDonald's, that'd probably be your last date. And Isla didn't understand. And then I explained it to her. And I said, look at the line at Jollibee's. There was like 50 people, probably about 15 people outside and about 40 people outside lined up to get into Jollibee on Valentine's Day. That was super cool.
Mark Mananga. Hey Bobby D and Angel, enjoying your live stream.
What's up, Mark? How's it going? What's new, bro? What's shaking, man?
My video is shaking. When traveling at Tom, when traveling around the Philippines, love hearing the old music songs that were part of my generation. The American family is not the same anymore. Family values are gone.
For sure. There's no doubt about it, Tom. Family values are shot in a lot of families. Yeah, it's funny. The Filipinos, they like the 80s music. You hear a lot of the old school songs that we grew up with back in the day. Remember when a doctor came over, the one that
Yeah,
I had a surgeon.
surgeon.
I had a surgeon come over here and cut all the dead tissue out of the bed sore on my ass. And I said, do you want me to put on some music? He said, put on some 80s music. So I put on the 80s music station on the internet, and he just went to work with the scalpel and the scissors and a bunch of other things. It was crazy. And he charged me $200. And when I went to pay, he said, is that okay? Where do you go to a doctor? And that's not the first time this has happened. I used to have a nurse come over and help me out once in a while with some medical things that I had to do. And she would ask me if the $80 charge was okay. And if I would have said no, she would have said, okay, what's fair to you? Like one time I was strapped for cash, and I used to give her like $80 every time she came over. And one time she showed up and didn't do the procedure, but I said, no, you showed up, so I'm going to pay you anyway. And she was refusing it. She's like, no, sir. And I knew she was going through some rough times. Her aunt was sick. So I said, no, just please take the money. And where do you go where a surgeon made a house call? And I was explaining to him on the phone, look, I got to transfer out of the bed into the wheelchair, from the wheelchair to the van, from the van. I had to transfer like 9 times to do a doctor's office visit. So he actually showed up at the condo with a surgical kit and did a surgery put it this way, you could see the tendons in my leg. That's how much dead tissue that he had to cut out of this bed sore. So it was pretty deep. It was about 2.5 inches deep. It's like a quarter away healed up, but the people make the Philippines. Where can you have medical people come to your house, and then when you go to pay the bill, they're asking, "Is that too much?" And willing to come down on the price. All right, babes. I'm
All
talking too
right.
much.
No, you're just telling your stories. Jack, I've been to Manila, Cebu, Dipolog, Siquijor, and Dumaguete. So far, Dumaguete is my preference. What are your thoughts on the places in Philippines you've been?
Well, I haven't really been to too many places. Dumaguete was all right. We really didn't go to too many areas in Dumaguete. I just think there's a lot of expats in Dumaguete, and I was trying to get away from the expats. I don't know why, but you know what? I do miss. I do miss hanging out with people from the United States, and I got a friend from Australia, Pete. If you're watching, what's up? Pete comes over every Saturday. He's from Australia, and we hang out. Um, I like this place where I'm at. Cebu, Mactan, Newtown. I really like this place. When this bed sore heals up, I want to. We're gonna go to Palawan, right? I want to take a trip to Palawan. What did you think of? What stands out in your mind, Chuck, about Manila? So Chuck's been to Cebu, Sikihor. That's where what's his name? Daydream Vlog
Yeah.
was over there in Sikihor.
Also, Gio and then Paul, all dog Matrix, they went there in Sikihor and then Dumaguete, Dipolog, that is in Mindanao.
I just got a message from my cell plan over here is Dito. It's a Chinese cell company, and I got let's see, let me show what I got. This no internet connection.
We need to register our SIM.
Yeah, we got to register our SIM card, otherwise they're gonna cut it off.
And I think April 26th is the deadline. Deadline?
Wow, good thing. And check this out. I just transferred some money into my bank account because I pay what's the charge? I pay $30.50 a year to have a United States phone number through Skype. So it says your debit card transaction was made for $30.50 with your Skype account. So I was kind of running low on funds, and then I realized I opened up a Skype account in America, so I have an American phone number. That's a voice over, what is that? VIOP?
Yeah.
Voice over.
VOIP.
Yeah, it still works though for like banking and everything. The other day I unblocked my phone number, and mom thought I was back in Hackettstown, New Jersey. And I said, "Why are you saying that?" And she said, "It's showing up caller ID that you're in Hackettstown." Because I couldn't call my mom's phone number because they don't accept calls from a blocked number. So when I unblocked it, I played a practical joke on her. I said, "Isla and me are back in town. We got our suitcases over here. I'm in Hackettstown. We're coming by. We got to stay with you for 90 days until we find a place to live." And then I had mom going for about 10 minutes, and I said, "Nah, let me cancel the joke." But anyway, back to the story about Dito. They have Globe and Smart, and I wanted to go with the underdog Dito, Dito, and I haven't had any problems with the phone service. Is great, and I'm trying to. Now, as soon as I say that, now I'm having a problem. I want to show it. No, I want to show everybody.
The apps?
Yeah, I want to show everybody the app and how much did I pay for the year, then?
Yeah.
How come it's not coming up?
Is the Wi-Fi connected, or that is?
I mean, the Wi-Fi is on.
Again?
Is that because the hotspot's on, maybe?
No. Go back to the apps.
Oh, shit, that's not working. Maybe I spoke too soon. But anyway, how much was it? $47 for the year.
Yeah.
I got cell service and mobile data and SMS and text messaging for $47 for a year.
Here.
Oh, here it is.
32 days left, and then if we will not like register that.
Yeah, we got to register. All right, how long ago was that? Valid until. So we signed up for this.
A year.
Here, check this out. Show them on the screen.
They will see you in the screen on the
You see that?
Oh wait. Yeah.
Bring the phone closer there so they can read everything. All right, we signed up for that a year ago, and we use a lot of data, and we make a lot of phone calls, and that's through Dito. And if you look at the date, that was good for a year. Hold it steady because you're moving it all over the place. Babe, the
Wait,
reflection.
Yeah, the reflection
Right
about that.
there. Hold it steady right there. All right, so the date on there is looks like 8/24/2023. That's when it expires. But I went with that, and the green bar is how much you have left. So you got data, calls to other networks, calls to other Dito calls is unlimited, and then text to all networks unlimited. You can't beat the price for Dito, and the coverage in Mactan Cebu is great. All right, I'm done advertising for Dito. It's just unbelievable. I thought it was the opposite. I thought when you see green like that, that's how much you use.
Yeah, we saw.
But it's 3,600 minutes, and we got 2,344 minutes. Advanced pay calls to other networks, and then data. We started out with 720 gigabytes, and we still have 634.72 gigs left. And then Dito to Dito calls is unlimited, and text to all networks unlimited, and it's valid till 8/24/2023. And I think we paid $47. You cannot beat that. And we saved 42%.
Yeah.
Instead of paying monthly, I said, let me make a one-time payment to pay it for a year. And we got 42% off the bill. Plus, they added like some free data because we're a new customer when we signed up for Dito. It's just unbelievable how much cell minutes and text and data and everything we got. So I highly recommend when you come over here, if you're in the Mactan Newtown, Cebu, Lapu-Lapu area, what's that, Mandawi area?
Mandawi.
What's some other towns around here?
Cebu City.
Cebu IT Park.
Yeah, IT Park.
Yeah, if you're around that area, go with Dito. because I haven't had any problems with them. But they keep sending me a reminder saying I got to register my SIM card. I guess they're cracking down on like fake accounts and clone accounts, and they disguise everything. They want to know who's in the country and where they're at, because once they know who's using the phone, you know what I'm saying? You basically got a GPS tracker in your pocket or your purse or wherever you're at. So it's just another way government is intruding into your private space, and they make it sound like they're cracking down on crime. It's always an excuse how they disguise it, what they're really doing, right? All right, man.
Chuck,
I'm talking too much.
Chuck said a lot to see in Manila. BI, what is BI? Mac, years ago we would go to a restaurant close to the US embassy, right underwater. You pick out the food that you wanted. They would cook it. Awesome restaurant, open air. Open. Chuck, very crowded, hot, and did not smell very good in Manila.
Very crowded, hot, and didn't smell it. I can imagine. I remember how New York City used to stink when I was like 12, 13 years old. We would sneak into New York City, hop on one of the trains in Union County, and go to, what was it, Times Square. I'm trying to think of the name of the train station. But I remember New York used to stink before they cracked down on all them big factories and the pollution and everything. New York had a smell. You got through the Holland or Lincoln Tunnel or went across the George Washington Bridge in New York, it stunk when I was growing up.
Tom, hi Mac. They opened a Jollibee last year here in Arizona, and there is still a line out the door.
See you
Arizona.
Love to see you in Manila. Babe, I think Isla and myself are gonna wind up in, where does Mark live?
Makati.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wind up in Makati area, because when she's got to do the exit physical, and there's a bunch of other things, so I got a feeling we're gonna wind up living in Manila for a while, maybe a month or two, maybe in the Makati area, somewhere's over there.
Mac, my first time in the Philippines about 25 years ago, my first impression was like going back in the time all the music was from the 60s, 70s love songs. Just love it.
Mac, that sounds pretty cool. He was talking about years ago. Restaurant by the U.S. Embassy, right on the water. You pick out the food you wanted, and they would cook it right there. Open air restaurant. That place sounds super cool. Yeah, Manila, very crowded, hot, didn't smell very good.
Mac, I love traveling in buses, and when I see a place like I will get off and stay for a couple of days. I've stayed at some nice places for a 10 night right on the beach.
Okay, that's interesting. I get off and stay for a couple of days. I've stayed. That's the nice message. That's the way to do it. Just get on the bus and stop in the middle of nowheres and stay there for a couple days and look around, and then off to the next place.
Can you use this for a minute, though?
Yeah.
I'm going to check.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it, Matt. No plan, just go with the flow. That's the way to do it. You know what I need?
Chalk.
I need some coffee.
30 minutes.
How much longer are we gonna go? Another 15 minutes.
15, yeah.
15 minutes. So anybody got any questions? Anybody got any last will and testaments they wanna get in before it's over?
Chuck, my office is in Manhattan, but I'm not there very often. I lived there for a while years ago, but New York City just is not where I want to live. What is Elkie? H term.
See, it's not, that question is not showing up on this phone.
It's not showing.
Look.
Here, I'm done.
Thank you.
Oh, why is this late?
My office is in Manhattan, but I'm not there very often. Yeah,
Often.
Manhattan's pretty cool. I lived there for a while, years ago. But, yeah, New York City. New York City's all right for a while, but I don't. Tennessee's a lot more. I don't know. It's just a lot better. It's a lot better. That's a total night and day difference from Tennessee to Manhattan. Big difference there. My goodness. That's night and day difference.
That was long term. That was typo. Long term.
Yeah, no, I know I knew what you were saying. I knew exactly what you're saying, Chuck. I knew what you meant. He said IKH term. No, I know what he meant.
Yeah. I thought there's a like it's a abbreviation.
Code word. You thought it was like a code word.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah, I
thought.
knew
And
what he
then
meant. Maybe. All right. Max said maybe you stop in Santa Rosa by Laguna. My friend Tom moved over there 6 years ago. He has a hard time finding shoes that fit his size 14. He got a big ass foot. 14, 6'6". I'm sending a box over next week. Yeah, if you got a size 14 shoe, you might as well forget about it.
Mhm.
Any 6'6", man, that's one of my buddies over here. He's 6'2", and his girlfriend. I'm not gonna say names because he's in the vlog a lot. He said, "I feel kind of weird, Bobby, because my girlfriend is like 4'11" and I'm 6'2". And I said, "Yeah, I know." He's like looking at her like, I don't know. He feels kind of weird, if you know what I mean. That's a big height difference. 4'11" to 6'2".
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. You're the perfect. I can't even talk. You're the perfect height, babes.
Perfect height.
Mm-hmm.
What is my height? 5'3"?
I think you're about 5'3".
5'3".
Who's the tallest? You're the tallest,
I am.
and then Raimi, and then Nix, or is it Nix?
Nix.
So it's
Like
Isla, Nix, and then Raimi.
I think my height and Nix is like the same. Or what do you think?
Nix is catching up. She's still growing.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 9 people in here. We appreciate it. We're gonna go for another 10 minutes, and then it's sayonara.
Signing out.
I think we're gonna go to bed early tonight. It's 12, almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and it feels like it's 8 o'clock at night. We didn't sleep too much last night. What time we go to bed? Like 4:30 in the morning.
4.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, it's not 4.
You were sleeping. You were sleeping. I was wide awake. The sun was coming up when I went to sleep.
I think it's 5. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was one of those nights. So what's everybody's plan for the weekend? Anybody doing anything exciting for the weekend? What's the plan for the weekend coming up?
Well,
Hey, good, look at you, you're frozen. How come you're not moving?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, Mark, nap time for you. Nap time for you, boo. I sleep well last night.
Santa Rosa by Laguna. That's in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Laguna's. They surf over there. Laguna. There's a guy that's on YouTube, and I think the word Laguna is in the title of his YouTube channel, and he vlogs about Laguna. 9 p.m. West Coast time, Saturday night.
So it's still 9 p.m. in West Coast.
Yeah, it's a different. They're on a that's Pacific time. California, Oregon, Seattle, Washington. I think there's 3 time zones in the United States. You got out there by California,
Okay.
and then you got in the center of the United States, which is Central time, and then you got East Coast time, which is New York, New Jersey, Florida. So you got 3 different time zones. Max on Cali time, West Coast time. Yes, Max said yes, he's in Santa Rosa or Laguna. The blogger Philippine Information Channel. Tom was missing for a while. Yeah, I remember I didn't see any videos. Tom was missing for a while. He found him for me. Huh. Michigan, 11:50.
Oh,
Yeah, Michigan's East Coast time.
okay. So
Mark, how
11:50.
far are you from Lake Michigan?
The same time here.
Remember that big lake I was telling you about
Yeah.
in Chicago? The
Yeah,
Great Lakes.
I remember.
Mark's in Michigan. A lot of people from Connecticut and Michigan wind up down there in Florida.
2 miles.
Wow, super close. Yeah, Lake Michigan's huge, man. What was that fish they were having problems with in Lake Michigan? I think it was a parasite fish. It's called a lamprey eel. I don't know if you ever heard that. A lamprey eel. They were having problems with that in the lakes. I'm not sure if it was Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes. They were having problems. This was back in the 80s. I wonder if they ever got that problem under control. Yeah, that's it.
Lamprey.
Lamprey eel. They were having problems with that
Lamprey eel.
type of eel. It's like a parasitic type fish, I think. I remember reading an article about that back in the day, and it had to do with the Great Lakes. Yes, he's in Santa Rosa or Laguna, the blogger. Philippine Information Channel.
Sandra, what is the name?
Wow,
Philippine
still a
Information
problem.
Channel?
That was back in the 80s, from what I remember. It's still a problem. Unbelievable. 4 time zones. Yeah, Mac straightened it out. 4 time zones in the continental U.S. Different container zone in Hawaii, Alaska, Hawaii. 5 time zones. Yeah, I forgot. You got Alaska and then you got Hawaii. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And in certain parts of Alaska, the daylight hours, they got like long. It doesn't get dark in certain parts of Alaska, because where you are in the equator, we'll watch a video on it later about it never gets dark.
Mm.
The sun never goes down. You have I think an hour or 2 of darkness. It depends on what time of year. But yeah, Hawaii is and Hawaii is not considered the continental United States, but it's considered the United States, so that's a time zone. I remember a couple times getting drunk and calling my dad, and he was yelling at me, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. That was back in the day. Sorry about that, Pops. That was like 20 years ago. It seems like yesterday.
Mhm.
Time flies. All right, y'all, we got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the termination of the vlog. East Coast. Max said East Coast, Central, Mountain Time, West
Mountain Time.
Coast,
Alaska.
Alaska, and Hawaii.
Hawaii. Mm.
I could just imagine Island, Alaska with the snow.
Oh.
You get cold so easy.
No, sometimes like I don't know, I can't understand sometimes.
What can't you understand?
Like sometimes I like cold weather, sometimes I can't handle.
Isla's like a heater. Their Filipinos' metabolism is totally different than a person, say, from the United States, like the East Coast of the United States. Isla's always, I guess, hot-blooded, warm-blooded, always hot.
Hot blood.
I'm like, babe, are you running a fever? Just always like, and I'm the opposite. I'm like a reptile, cold-blooded, I guess. That's so funny. I turn the AC on and everybody's putting bathrobes on, socks, long johns,
But
hats.
sometimes like you're cold and then I'm not cold.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's because I can't feel my legs, so sometimes I can't control my body temperature, which is crazy. So it's all over the place.
It's embers now, boy.
Max said it's been a wonderful time visiting. Can't wait for the
For the next lifetime.
lifetime. Take care. Go to
Jolly
Jollibee's
right
right now.
now.
All right, everybody. Hang 10 until next time.
Go to
Enjoy your night, and thank you for being here, and God bless everybody. And I'll talk to you guys, ladies and gentlemen, soon. Hopefully, next Saturday we'll be back. God willing.
Be back. Peace out.
Everybody take care. And I'll see you soon.
Oh, where's your end?
Number 1. Good night,
Good
Mark.
night, everybody. Take care.
I'm down on the bed.